Aldnoah.Zero Season 1 Finale, Episode 12. I'm gonna preface this by saying, I don't know how the fuck long this video is gonna be. I'm probably gonna be rambling and shit. Just bear with me. And 2, you already know the score, 10 out of 10. And there's a reason for this. It's not because I'm necessarily happy with certain events that took place, because as you all know, and yes, there are mad spoilers ahead, I don't understand why you even be watching this review if you haven't watched the episode anyway, but not necessarily happy because 2 of my favorite characters are potentially dead. Well, Assayelum's dead for sure, but I'll get into that in a second. But what I do feel is a sense of hype, awe, just fucking chills, just so many feels that, and when an anime episode, a standalone episode, and a season finale, more importantly at that, makes you feel that way, plus ends on a massive cliffhanger ending, you know it's doing something right. Urobuchi did it right. He's a fucking genius, as I keep saying time and time again. And when I was watching this episode, it reminded me a lot, and I got the same kind of feelings I got when I was watching the season finale for season 1 of Code Geass. Except just really the ending kind of just gave me that feeling. But I guess the season finale for Code Geass was you know, a bit more intense in that way. But anyway, still, let's focus on this. Before I get into any of the stuff with the ending, start off at the beginning, because I gotta make sure I cover everything. Rayet, proven alive. Fuck that hoe. Honestly, if Slimebaum, fuck this dude also, but if he had just waited a second before he, you know, summoned his troops back to make his ridiculous Megazord Voltron fusion cataphract, then she would have been dead. They would have killed her off, and it would have been all good. She would have gone out on the whole protection tip. And now, you know, with Assayelum dead, there's nothing that she can do for me to really redeem herself. It's not that I hate her. My hate for her has died down as the weeks have gone by. It's just, you know, dislike at this point, a certain aversion, because I don't really like her character design. I don't like her thought process or mentality. I don't like the action she's taken. So, I mean, hopefully we need her at this point because we're lacking in some characters. But hopefully she does something in season 2 to, you know, make her more relevant to me. But that's, you know, the right thing. I'll let that rest. Ederlito, of course she's alive. You really think they're gonna gun down a little girl, and she's a Martian at that? You really think they're gonna gun her down? Nah. So I don't know why. I don't think anybody was really worried about Ederlito's safety. The rest of the crew of the Deucalion, I'm pretty sure they're pretty much alright for the most part. You know, Marito, Margarej, Calm, Nina, all of them, like, they look banged up, and, you know, their status isn't confirmed by the end of it. But it seems like they just were out of action for the moment. It doesn't seem like they were actually going out. So, I'm not worried about any of them over there. Saucebum. Let's talk about this fool Slimebaum. I don't actually... I've given this man a lot of praise in my earlier reviews, because I did like the you know, Saucebum that was talking to SLAINE, repaying the debt to Dr. Troyard, was calm, cool, and collected, easily smited Cruteo. He was kind of dope back then, and he didn't completely falter. He didn't succumb to that sore loser complex, which is what I hate about villains, and since he didn't do that, I still respect him, but just I really can't abide by him anymore, because, yeah, they killed Orlane, but your blind hatred for Terrans is ridiculous. I really hate that, and I'm going to get into INAHO's thing in a second, so I'll explain that there. But that mentality is wrong within this universe. Yes, the verse have been brainwashed by the royal family in this way, but that needs to be broken, you know, for the series to come full circle within the second season. There needs to be some sort of understanding that the two come to. Because we've seen good on both sides. It's a very different dynamic than, like, I would say Tokyo Ghoul, but, you know what I mean, focus on this. INAHO, before I get into their fight, INAHO, his personality, and for those of you that say INAHO has no emotions, fuck you, listen to this speech that he gives Assayelum at the beginning. For those of you who say he's protected by heavy plot armor, look at what happens to him by the end of this episode. So fuck all of you guys. INAHO is my favorite character. Dude is fucking beast. I don't I just loved him, and it was fully solidified 100% for me when he gave that speech to Asylum when she was asking him how he feels about Martians, if he hates them, and he was just like explaining, you know, the purpose of war, and it's to complete certain objectives, and not based on hatred and anger. Those are just emotions that are used as tools by those in charge to complete the objectives. And just explaining how war works and the finer points of that, and saying that he doesn't subscribe to those emotions, and that's why he can never hate Martians like that for that reason. I was just like, yes, preach, INAHO, this is beautiful. I love this character. The fight between him and Slimebaum, everything I was expecting, dude. Everything I was expecting, because the animation was beautiful. It was kind of anticlimactic in the way it ended, but it makes perfect sense in terms of plot progression and points, because Slimebaum summons his fucking ridiculous Voltron and Megazord fusion Cataphract, the Dioscura complete form, which is basically ripping all the techniques and abilities from the fucking bosses that INAHO has gone up against throughout the series. For all intents and purposes, it was like boss battles. And this guy is the final boss for this season, and dude is just using all the techniques that all the other bosses had and fusing them into one. Has the same barrier, the same sword, talking about bateau in the same way. I was like, dude, it's Slimebaum, you're getting a little slimy now, dude. You're getting slippery on that Sage Mode Kabuto shit. And, you know, he has the remote control arms, and of course, you can't win like that, dog, against INAHO. He said it last episode. He was the one that knows this technology best. He's gone up against it most, and of course he took out the barrier. Of course he knows how to deal with your little tricks, because he went up against him before. So it was kind of anticlimactic how he easily kind of, like, the engagement was tight, and, you know, he had INAHO on the ropes just because his fucking shit was just too OP. But of course it's no surprise that INAHO was able to overcome it and make it have a little bit of an anticlimactic feel to it, because he already went up against it. So I have no problem with, you know, how easily INAHO was able to pick it apart once he got his bearings. Main thing that we have to talk about here, main thing, and this is what everything is catalyzed off of, and I knew this would be the main point of contention like 3-4 episodes ago. SLAINE. Fucking SLAINE. Now, SLAINE's actions this episode, super questionable. For me personally, I don't like the way he went about some things, but unlike Slimebaum, who has disgraced himself for the most part in my eyes, except for he didn't go out like a bitch, like I said. He was going out on that, you know, Heisenberg, like, not that Yagami light, so I like that. But basically, SLAINE, I still like the dude. I really do. I can't hate SLAINE because he really has a lot of character depth to him and development, and the way he's progressed was dope. Him getting a hold of Tharsis, which he barely uses it, fucking ridiculous, because the Aldnoah drive gets shut down there, and I don't know if he could have, either way, he got out of it because he crashed in to the fucking room, destroyed everyone and everything. Nobody else was fighting in their shit anymore, so of course he couldn't get out. But we barely got to see him do anything in it. He was just flying around in his plane for half the episode. Then he finally got in it, and I was like, of course this is going to work for him. Still not explained as to how he was able to operate, but I don't care. I knew he was going to be able to get it. And he flies off in Tharsis. I'm waiting for him to either fight INAHO after he took out Slimebaum, but instead, he just bum rushes the spot to save Slimebaum. And his actions after that are just mad questionable, but we'll get into that in a second. Slimebaum coming in for, like, you save Slimebaum's life, man. SLAINE did that, okay? And you go in and you're kind of watching the orangey thing over and over again that kind of reminded me of Geass as well. And, you know, you're just watching Asylum, you know, try and comfort INAHO, kind of stand there. I don't know what you were doing. I don't know what you could have said. I don't know how you didn't notice Slimebaum creeping up. You let the dude shoot her down in cold blood. I thought it was him that was doing it at first. I was like, this you can't be serious. Just because your girl is stepping out on you, you're gonna shoot her down. I was like, are you serious? But no, it was Slimebaum. You came out of the woodwork, shot her down. I was like, fuck. Asylum is finally dead. And you all know how I feel about Asylum. I fucking love Asylum Hime. She was an amazing character, but there's no way she's coming back. She is definitively dead. As far as I think, you know, if she comes back again, because, you know, at the end, when Kaizuka's giving the whole monologue and everything, and she gives the report and saying that Asylum's whereabouts are unknown, whether she was retrieved and taken back somewhere and is being resuscitated or whatever, what have you, because she is Ray versus granddaughter and she has like special access to Aldnoah, she could be preserved or whatever. Maybe she'll potentially come back, and if she does, I will be happy, because like I said, I'm not necessarily thrilled that she's dead. I'm sad because I love her, but if she does, it'll just be fucking ridiculous because she died 3 times. 3 fucking times, dude. I don't understand how it's possible to bring back a character when they're supposedly dead 3 fucking times. She was supposed to be assassinated, then she was fucking choked out and resuscitated. Now she's been shot fucking twice. If she doesn't get put down here, it'll just be anticlimactic, and that would be my problem with it. But if she does get brought back, like I said, I'll be happy. The big thing though is, and Slaine's reaction to that, he's just not showing any resolve, wherewithal he's still the same person that gunned down that dude at the beginning, despite the torture, despite, you know, the history being revealed to him of the verse and everything like that. He just lets his rage overtake him and guns down Suzaku, and so much so that the gun jams because he's not doing it right. And I'm just like, alright, I understand you're upset. This is kind of your fault in the first place. If you didn't tackle INAHO into that room, save Suzaku, Sam would still be alive. Everything would be straight. I don't even know what you were thinking. Like, fucking ridiculous thought process, Slaine. But, you know, and the reason that Suzaku is G to me still is because when he's lying there all shot up and whatnot, he's just like, put one right here, dog. Put one right here. And I was like, alright, Suzaku is at least not going out like a bitch. I can respect this dude. I can respect this dude's on that Heisenberg. But basically the climax of this whole thing is Slaine shooting INAHO. I don't like, I like how it was done. It reminded me so much of the confrontation of Geass. Mostly that was the reminder to be between, you know, lelouch. And, dude, what the fuck is the other character's name from Geass? I cannot remember it right now. Fuck, Suzaku. Damn, why was that so hard for me? Anyway, between those two, just with they both had their guns out. Slaine got the shot off first, shot him basically what looked like to be in the head, and I was just like, fuck. You know, he was already damaged. I thought he'd walk away from it. Dude is crawling on the ground, and fucking Slaine, he turns around, baits it for a second, does the quick draw. I'm just like, INAHO, always going in. Even in this situation here, distraught about Asylum being shot in front of you, trying to crawl over to save her, and you're still plotting your next move. I was just like, god damn, I love you so much, INAHO. And he gets popped. Basically got Kaneki Ken, and if he does not return in the second season, which I personally, while I think Asylum is definitively dead, aside from her being taken back potentially and revived because of her bloodline and what have you, access to Aldnoah, I think INAHO has a chance at survival here. I think that him not being confirmed dead, or stated that he was confirmed at the end of this episode, maybe he'll be resuscitated and it was fully for the cliffhanger effect. But it does look like he got fucking, like, there's no going around it. He got fucking shot, and for all intents and purposes, could be dead, and Slaine fucking walks away from that. Who knows what his mind state is at this point, but dude just made fucking too many questionable decisions in the span of 5 fucking minutes, which just pissed me off. Saving Suzaku, which effectively led to Asylum's death, which then you then get mad over, gun down Suzaku, and then you go over to this dude and shoot him in the head just because he was about to touch Asylum, because he's clearly concerned about him. What are you, jealous? What is your... I don't know, man. I need to think about this more, sit on it for a second, but it was just powerful in the way that everything broke down, and I really like the cliffhanger on not being able to, you know, discern exactly what's going to happen and having to wait for this second season. Man, it's going to be hard. It's going to be real hard, but I'm glad that I waited through that whole ending credits because it was just so powerful. I was just kind of sitting there staring at the screen like, god damn, did INAHO really just get shot? Did INAHO really just get shot? And then it roll in the credits, black screen, just not even playing any audio, just the winter tundra sounds in the background. I was just like, this was beautiful. This was just fucking beautiful. And I knew they would give us the season 2 and specific announcement at the end. I was hoping for a PV so we could maybe get some confirmation. Of course, Urobuchi wouldn't do something like that. This isn't, yeah, Urobuchi wouldn't do that, but we do get, you know, that it's airing winter season in January next year, so we don't actually have to wait till summer season to get that season 2. Same with Tokyo Ghoul season 2. For those of you that are watching that, we also got that announcement that it's also airing winter season next year. So not too long, just one season of anime, which fall seasons can be fucking amazing anyway. So we'll be able to bide our time with some of the new stuff starting. But fucking love this episode. Let me know what you guys think. Will Asylum be revived once again? Will that ruin her repeated deaths over that? You know, that's how I feel about it. I think she should stay dead this time, even though, you know, the majority of me wants her to be brought back. Will INAHO survive this? What will SLAINE do after this? How will the world change and develop come second season? What are your expectations for the second season? Thoughts about, is Slimebaum still alive? Because, I mean, if SLAINE unjammed the gun to shoot INAHO, he must clean up Slimebaum as well if he doesn't bleed out already. But just all questions I have. Like I said, 10 out of 10, beautiful season finale. Let me know what you guys thought, and that's pretty much it. I'll definitely be doing season 2 review for this. Peace.